Act 2 of Timon of Athens by William Shakespeare. Scene 1. A senator's house. Enter senator, with papers in his hand.
And late 5,000. To Varro and to Isidore he owes 9,000, besides my former sum, which makes it 25. Still in motion of raging waste? It cannot hold, it will not. If I want gold, steal but a beggar's dog, and give it Timon, why the dog coins gold. If I would sell my horse, and buy 20 more better than he, why give my horse to Timon, ask nothing, give it him, it foals me straight, and able horses. No porter at his gate, but rather one that smiles, and still invites all that pass by. It cannot hold. No reason can found his state in safety. Caiaphas, ho, Caiaphas, I say.
Enter Caiaphas.
Here, sir, what's your pleasure?
Get on your cloak, and haste you to Lord Timon. Importune him for my moneys. Be not ceased with slight denial, nor then silenced when commend me to your master, and the cap plays in the right hand thus. But tell him my uses cry to me. I must serve my turn out of mine own. His days and times are past, and my reliances on his fracted dates have smit my credit. I love and honour him, but must not break my back to heal his finger. Immediate are my needs, and my relief must not be tossed and turned to me in words, but find supply immediate. Get you gone. Put on a most importunate aspect, a visage of demand. For I do fear, when every feather sticks in its own wing, Lord Timon will be left a naked gull, which flashes now a phoenix. Get you gone.
I go, sir.
Ay, go, sir. Take the bonds along with you, and have the dates in contempt.
I will, sir.
Go.
Exeunt. Act 2, Scene 2. The same. A hall in Timon's house. Enter Flavius, with many bills in his hand.
No care, no stop. So senseless of expense, that he will neither know how to maintain it, nor cease his flow of riot. Takes no account how things go from him, nor assumes no care of what is to continue. Never mind, was it to be so unwise, to be so kind? What shall be done? He will not hear, till feel, I must be round with him, now he comes from hunting. Fie.
Enter Caiaphas, and the servants of Isidore and Varro.
Good even, Varro. What, you come for money?
Is't not your business too?
It is, and yours too, Isidore.
It is so.
Would we were all discharged.
I fear it.
Here comes the Lord.
Enter Timon, Alcibiades, and lords and company.
So soon as dinner's done, we'll forth again, my Alcibiades. With me? What is your will?
My lord, here is a note of certain dues.
Dues? Whence are you?
Of Athens, here, my lord.
Go to my steward.
Please it your lordship. He hath put me off to the succession of new days this month. My master is awaked by great occasion to call upon his own, and humbly prays you that with your other noble parts you'll suit in giving him his right.
Mine honest friend, I prithee but repair to me next morning.
Nay, good my lord.
Contain thyself, good friend.
One Varro's servant, my good lord.
From Isidore, he humbly prays your speedy payment.
If you did know, my lord, my master's wants, and I am sent expressly to your lordship.
'Twas due on forfeiture, my lord, 6 weeks and past.
Your steward puts me off, my lord, and I am sent expressly to your lordship.
Give me breath. I do beseech you, good my lords, keep on. I'll wait upon you instantly.
Exeunt Alcibiades and lords. To Flavius.
Come hither, pray you. How goes the world, that I am thus encountered with clamorous demands of date-broke bonds, and the detention of long-since due debts against my honour?
Please you, gentlemen, the time is unagreeable to this business. Your importunacy cease till after dinner, then I may make his lordship understand wherefore you are not paid.
Do so, my friends. See them well entertained.
Exit.
Pray, draw near.
Exit. Enter Apemantus and fool.
Stay, here comes the fool with Apemantus. Let's have some sport with him.
Hang him. He'll abuse us.
A plague upon him, dog.
How dost, fool?
Dost dialogue with thy shadow?
I speak not to thee.
No, 'tis to thyself.
To the fool.
Come away.
There's the fool hangs on your back already.
No, thou standst single. Thou'rt not on him yet.
Where's the fool now?
He last asked the question. Poor rogues and usurers, men. Boards between gold and want.
What are we, Apemantus?
Asses.
Why?
That you ask me what you are, and do not know yourselves. Speak to 'em, fool.
How do you, gentlemen?
Gramercy's good fool. How does your mistress?
She's e'en setting on water to scald such chickens as you are. Would we could see you at Corinth.
God, gramercy.
Enter Page.
Look you, here comes my mistress Page.
To the fool.
Why, how now, Captain? What do you in this wise company? How dost thou, Apemantus?
Would I had a rod in my mouth that I might answer thee profitably.
Prithee, Apemantus, read me the superscription of these letters. I know not which is which.
Canst not read?
No.
There will little learning die then, that day thou art hanged. This is to Lord Timon, this to Alcibiades. Go, thou wast born a bastard, and thou'lt die a bawd.
Thou wast whelped a dog, and thou shalt famish a dog's death. Answer not. I am gone.
Exit.
E'en so thou outrunnest grace. Fool, I will go with you to Lord Timon's.
Will you leave me there?
If Timon stay at home. You three serve 3 usurers.
Aye, would they have served us?
So would I. As good a trick as ever hangman served thief.
Are you 3 usurers, men?
Aye, fool.
I think no usurer but has a fool to his servant. My mistress is one, and I am her fool. When men come to borrow of your masters, they approach sadly and go away merry. But they enter my mistress' house merrily and go away sadly. The reason of this.
I could render one.
To it then, that we may account thee a whoremaster and a knave, which, notwithstanding, thou shalt be no less esteemed.
What is a whoremaster, fool?
A fool in good clothes and something like thee. 'Tis a spirit. Sometime 'pears like a lord, sometime like a lawyer, sometime like a philosopher, with 2 stones mould inside a official one. He is very often like a knight, and generally in all shapes that man goes up and down in from 80 to 13. This spirit walks in.
Thou art not altogether a fool.
Nor thou altogether a wise man. As much foolery as I have, so much wit thou lackest.
Oh, that answer might have become Apemantus.
Aside, aside, here comes Lord Timon.
Re-enter Timon and Flavius.
Come with me, fool. Come.
I do not always follow lover, elder brother, and woman. Sometime the philosopher.
Exeunt Apemantus and fool.
Pray you, walk near. I'll speak with you anon.
Exeunt servants.
You make me marvel. Wherefore ere this time had you not fully laid my state before me, that I might so have rated my expense as I had leave of means?
You would not hear me as many leisures I proposed.
Go to. Perchance some single vantages you took when my indisposition put you back, and that unaptness made your minister, thus to excuse yourself.
O my good lord, at many times I brought in my accounts, laid them before you. You would throw them off, and say you found them in mine honesty, when for some trifling present you have bid me return so much. I have shook my head and wept, yea, 'gainst the authority of manners, prayed you to hold your hand more close. I did endure, not seldom, nor no slight checks, when I have prompted you in the ebb of your estate, and your great flow of debts. My loved lord, though you hear now too late, yet now's a time, the greatest of your having lacks the half to pay your present debts.
Let all my land be sold.
'Tis all engaged, some forfeited and gone, and what remains will hardly stop the mouth of present dues. The future comes apace. What shall defend the interim, and at length how goes our reckoning?
To Lacedaemon did my land extend.
O my good lord, the world is but a word. Were it all yours to give it in a breath, how quickly were it gone.
You tell me true.
If you suspect my husbandry or falsehood, call me before the exactest auditors, and set me on the proof. So the gods bless me, when all our offices have been oppressed with riotous feeders, when our vaults have wept with drunken spilth of wine, when every room has blazed with lights and brayed with minstrelsy. I have retired me to a wasteful cock, and set mine eyes at flow.
Prithee, no more.
Heavens, have I said, the bounty of this lord? How many prodigal bits have slaves and peasants this night inglutted? Who is not Timon's? What heart, head, sword, force means but is Lord Timon's? Great Timon, noble, worthy, royal Timon. Ah, when the means are gone that buy this praise, the breath is gone whereof this praise is made. Feast won, fast lost, one cloud of winter showers, these flies are couched.
Come, sermon me no further. No villainous bounty hath yet passed my heart. Unwisely, not ignobly have I given. Why dost thou weep? Canst thou the conscience lack to think I shall lack friends? Secure thy heart. If I would broach the vessels of my love, and try the argument of hearts by borrowing, men and men's fortunes could I frankly use, as I can bid thee speak.
Assurance bless your thoughts.
And in some sort these wants of mine are crowned, that I account them blessings. For by these shall I try friends. You shall perceive how you mistake my fortunes. I am wealthy in my friends. Within there, Flaminius, Servilius.
Enter Flaminius, Servilius, and other servants.
My lord, my lord.
I will dispatch you severally. You to Lord Lucius, to Lord Lucullus you, I hunted with his honour today. You to Sempronius, commend me to their loves, and I am proud, say, that my occasions have found time to use them toward a supply of money. Let the request be 50 talents.
As you have said, my lord.
Aside.
Lord Lucius and Lucillus?
To a servant.
Go you, sir, to the senators, of whom even to the state's best health I have deserved this hearing. Bid 'em send o' the instant 1,000 talents to me.
I have been bold, for that I knew it the most general way, to them to use your signet and your name. But they do shake their heads, and I am here no richer in return.
Is true? Can be?
They answer, in a joint and corporate voice, that now they are at fall, want treasure, cannot do what they would, are sorry, you are honourable, but yet they could have wished, they know not. Something hath been amiss. A noble nature may catch a wrench. Would all were well, 'tis pity, and so, intending other serious matters, after distasteful looks and these hard fractions, with certain half-caps and cold-moving nods they froze me into silence.
You gods reward them. Prithee, man, look cheerly. These old fellows have their ingratitude in them hereditary. Their blood is caked, 'tis cold, it seldom flows. 'Tis lack of kindly warmth they are not kind. And nature, as it grows again toward earth, is fashioned for the journey, dull and heavy.
To a servant.
Go to Ventidius.
To Flavius.
Prithee, be not sad. Thou art true and honest. Ingenuously I speak. No blame belongs to thee.
To servant.
Ventidius lately buried his father, by whose death he stepped into a great estate. When he was poor, imprisoned, and in scarcity of friends, I cleared him with 5 talents. Greet him from me, bid him suppose some good necessity touches his friend, which craves to be remembered with those 5 talents.
Exit servant. To Flavius.
That head give these fellows to whom 'tis instant due. Ne'er speak or think that Timon's fortunes 'mong his friends can sink.
I would I could not think it. That thought is bounty's foe. Being free itself, it thinks all others so.
Exeunt. End of Act 2.